Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Mr. Mikhail's Manor of Mischief, Magic, and Mystery, the podcast where we talk about music, the occult, and just day-to-day life. I am your host, Andrew Mikhail, and welcome to the 6M podcast. Red alert! Red alert! Red alert! Welcome back, and thanks for tuning in to another episode of the podcast. Welcome to episode 32. Hope you guys enjoyed last week's episode with the Pied Piper of Crete. It's always a pleasure getting to hang out and shoot the shit with a good friend. So I hope that you guys enjoyed that, and I hope we can get some more episodes with him, along with some of my friends and colleagues in the music world. But as promised, and I'm a man of my word, and considering that we are still, quote unquote, in the Rona times, in the quarantine times, in the lockdown times, even though really doesn't feel like it anymore, we have part 12, I think. Part 12 of, hold on, The Lizard and the Wizard Saga. And based on the, part 12 of The Lizard and Wizard Saga. And today I am joined by my partner in crime, the old ball and chain, old girl, the lizard.
Red alert.
Red alert.
It's me again.
Red alert. Hi.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
I'm so good. What if I sounded like that?
Oh my God. I can't even do
Fuck
it.
yeah.
Fuck yeah. So, a lot has happened since we've last talked. Not really. Because we've been staying in and staying safe. But,
yes.
What's going on?
What's going on? Fucking damn. Are we boring right now? A lot in the world, not so much with us. Shit.
Oh, there is a lot in the world happening.
Yeah.
But that's the world at all times. It's not really right now.
We've kind of just been chilling. We had the last episode, we talked about the bat incident.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that was like the last weird thing that happened.
I mean, I basically had a mental breakdown like last week.
Yeah.
That was weird. Other than that, we've just been keeping up with the exercise and healthy eating minus the Coronuts.
Love some Coronuts.
We definitely have partaken a little bit too much of the Coronuts.
It's okay. You gotta live a little. You gotta let yourself have things.
We've been bombing each other with so basically we have speakers throughout the house, like Bluetooth speakers, nothing crazy. Like, you know, when Harman, JBL, whatever, makes those Onyx speakers, and then they're like $500 speakers, then around Christmas time they end up being like $150. So I got a couple of those in the house. And
didn't you get those from your dad?
One of them.
Oh.
Yeah. And they're on every level of the house. So occasionally whenever the lizard goes into a floor of the house, or the manor, sorry, I would bomb her with audio. And lately my go-to bombing would be the intro to the Alex Jones show.
Do it.
Where the sirens are going off.
You just have to do it. I'll do the second part. No, you do the first part. Is that first? Oh, you don't do it as good as I do. Does that come first or do the words?
Red alert.
No, it's
Red
this.
Not at all.
Really?
Yeah.
But that's what it sounds like in my ears. I'm sorry. You didn't. You don't have that fact. You've been
Sounds
bombing
like
me
a
with
fucking
yeah.
creaking bed.
Red
Red alert. Red alert.
It's so abrasive, but it makes me laugh.
60 days till the election.
Just that man in general, it's like comedy. It cracks my shit up. I don't know. I can't even look at him or listen to his voice at all without laughing. I don't know why.
Well, I don't know if you remember, but Jake, previous guest of the podcast.
Jake the Snake.
Yeah, he was talking, or he showed us that band, the Alex Jones's Prison Planet or whatever.
Yeah, they take the clips from Alex Jones' rants and then they make them into songs. It's so good.
Which, oddly enough, lately I've been feeling like he's well aware of it. So he's like giving him clips.
I mean, I think he's just fucking worked up.
Where he talks
That man gets so worked up. It's so entertaining. I bet if I was in his presence, though, it wouldn't be so fucking entertaining. There's some intense energy coming off of that man.
You know, when I was living in Austin, one of the things I really, really, really regret is not running into Alex Jones.
I feel like when we first started dating, when you were still living there, you told me that, and I didn't know who Alex Jones was, and I was like, okay, I don't care.
Well, now like everybody has moved or is moving to Austin.
There's some weird shit, like it's a fucking Bible Belt, like fucking Holy Land. Some people are like up their ass about Texas and shit, saying that like that's where like I don't know. I was reading some stuff about it. I don't fully understand, but
well, the thing that's alluding to a lot of entrepreneurs or business owners or celebrities is the fact that they don't pay income tax there.
Yeah.
So a lot of people that have money or that don't want the government taking part of their money, they move to Texas, which is why you have a lot of these like rich oil people there down over there too.
Where else don't they pay income tax?
Couple states.
No, I feel like I'm thinking of sales tax, not income tax.
No, sales tax. I think Delaware has no sales tax. I don't remember where else.
I don't know.
But I remember like going, like, pumping gas like on tour in Delaware, and I think it's like mandated that someone has to pump your gas in Delaware.
That would be fucking great. You know what my worst fucking thing I have to do in life is? Pump gas. I hate it with a passion. I will tell you why. You asked? No, you didn't. I'm still going to tell you. When I was like 13, my father thought it was a great idea to take me and teach me how to fucking pump gas. I was maybe younger, like 11. This motherfucker takes me to a gas station on a whim for no reason. You're going to come learn to pump gas. He doesn't explain things well. Therefore, I didn't fucking pull up on the handle at the right point, and I pulled it out, and literally like gallons of gas went all over me, my clothes, my whole body, and my father. And then he proceeded to start screaming at me at the gas station in front of everyone. And then we had to ride back home in gas-soaked clothing. So that was really fun.
It sounds like something Larry would do.
I swear to God, it's scarred me for life. Like I still hate pumping gas. I still get to this day get nervous that I'll fuck it up. It's so dumb because I've pumped gas a zillion times. That's that childhood trauma for you. Sticks.
Well, you take the drama.
Oh my God.
In your trauma. No, you take the trauma in your drama.
Yes. Your life. Your drama is your life. And you
turn the tragic into magic.
Yeah. Transmute the tragic into magic.
With a childlike innocence.
No, with an adult brain. Because that shouldn't bother me anymore. Fuck gas though. But yeah, that would be great if somebody could pump my gas every time. Woo. I would love that.
It's great.
Pump gas that
It's great until you are a broke ass musician and
are you supposed to tip them?
Yeah.
Oh, well, they can't expect that. That's not fair. That's like paying the fucking tax.
Exactly.
That's dumb. They always find a way to fucking screw you.
Well, it's not
all
screwing you
fraud.
from the state. You're tipping the guy whose job it is to pump your gas for you.
Yeah, but he is taking advantage of the fact that
How dare you assume it's a he?
I just say he for everything. I don't give a shit. I don't believe in sexism. I think it's horseshit. You're welcome. I don't give a fuck. I'm a woman. I'll say whatever I want. You too.
Oh, wow.
Say she. Say he. It doesn't matter.
Sashay. I forgot what the fuck.
Another thing you've been bombing me with on speakers. Like literally, I go in a room, you know I'm going to, and you're not even there, but you Bluetooth in and the music starts. Another thing you've been bombing me with is the wide Putin. I can't stop. Wide Putin music, which is so good and so bad, and it gets so stuck in your head. Oh my God.
For those of you that don't know, there's
I
a
hope
video.
they don't. But
there's a video online, and it's put to the tune of like this weird 70s,
can
80s.
you play it? Wait.
No, because I'll probably get flagged for it.
Really?
But, yeah, but it's a...
Could I sing it? I don't remember it now.
It's a 70s or 80s like disco track, I guess you could call it.
Can I play it on my phone right now, just in the background?
No. To the tune of Putin walking from his desk to like, I guess, the front of his palace. And it's like cropped so that he's just super wide and like small.
I love that you're having to explain this.
Well, it's a funny video. Because I usually put it in conjunction to describing one of our dogs because he thinks he's a Putin. So it's funny.
Oh yeah, and Putin, like they stretch him like width-wise, and like the video is like grainy as shit. Like it doesn't even look good, but you could still see what you taught me is like his little KGB walk that I didn't know was a KGB walk. Yeah, I know it was a KBG, but I didn't know that they had a certain way of walking to be prepared. But like you can't even see like his face or anything in the video because it's all blurry because it's so stretched. But somehow it grew on me.
You love it. Yeah, so for those of you that don't know, like he was in the KGB or whatever, and if you ever watch him walk, he swings his arms a little bit, like his elbows are bent like 90 degrees, and he swings his arms so that
it's almost like a soldier's march, but at the waist level instead of like, I don't know. Because
they're trained to keep their arms moving, so in case of an emergency, they're near their weapon fast.
Yeah, each hand like fluctuates to where they would have like a I don't know. It's interesting.
Dude, Russia's crazy.
Russia's fucking kind of cool.
Russia's crazy. Like, I don't know if I talked about it on the podcast, but I remember when we were touring out there, our tour manager, Liena, she was telling us that basically in case anything goes down, which while we were out there, I was out there with Defiler for like a month, and then the Ukraine, and then Belarus. And she was telling me that like if anything were to happen, you know, like while we were out there in like Chechnya and shit, she's like every citizen, well, at least this is what I was told, is every citizen is like trained and ready for either to attack or to tend to like their citizens. So basically,
so like the opposite of Kenosha,
I guess,
and civilians taking law and order into their own hands because they feel like they have to and they're not trained, so it doesn't fucking work.
I guess, but she was more or less saying like, let's say, I don't know, somebody drops the bomb or whatever. So what she told me is that in high school, all of them take like a course that's required. It's required by the government for first aid, like emergency first aid,
like emergency preparedness,
and arms handling.
Yeah.
So like, if anything happens, literally everybody in that country can pick up a gun or take care of the people that are, hurt.
Well, I think
It's
they
crazy.
probably put that in place because of all of the crazy, terrible things that happened in Russia.
I think it's a great.
I think that's excellent
thing,
idea.
yeah.
Unfortunately, in our country, it's up to parents to teach that to their kids at home, which nobody has fucking time to do. Nobody thinks about. And unfortunately, some people have just stupid parents who don't believe in guns. But I think that's a great idea. I would, I mean, if we had a kid, we would probably teach them at a young age to handle a weapon and be smart and learn things. Because if you don't, and then you have stuff in your house, even if you lock it up, like, it's still a fucking liability. Like, the kid needs to know.
Haven't you ever seen Friday?
Yeah.
Where John Witherspoon says to Ice Cube, "You don't need this. You need these. That's all you need." And he was pointing at his fists.
No.
I don't know.
I like that idea, though. I think that's really smart. Because, like, we wouldn't have any idea how to, like, I mean, we have, like, a survival kit, first aid kit, but, like, I'd have to read the fucking booklet if shit really came to it. Like, I would love to know that stuff. I mean, we know about weapons, so
Would
that's
you
not
saw
a
off
problem.
a leg of mine if I
I
stepped
don't
on a
know.
landmine?
Yeah, maybe. I'll fully give you a tracheotomy and stick a ballpoint pen in your throat if you're choking and I can't Heimlich that shit out of you. I'm pretty good
Cool.
in a crisis, honestly.
We've had a few crises.
Yeah.
Crises.
I fucking
And-
spilled Dunkin' Donuts hot coffee on my goddamn lap in the car the other day while getting out of the car, and I burned the shit out of my leg, so that was fun.
And we both went into action.
We did. The problem
Mostly
is,
you.
it started blistering. I never thought that coffee would do that. Felt like shit, but
Which is odd because usually when you get coffee, it's like borderline cold. So I was pretty shocked when you were like, I have second-degree burns.
well, I spilled it through pants too, and I literally looked down and there was steam coming off of my pants, and I was like, oh shit.
There were Fabletics.
No, they weren't. Fuck Fabletics. God, I shouldn't say that. It's the pocket. Probably no one else sees those dumb commercials.
No, it's because we watch
Yeah.
too much 90 Day Fiancé, and every fucking episode is.
I mean, the new season though.
The new season is hot garbage.
It's.
Literally,
I mean, honestly,
like,
everything coming out is hot garbage. It's just bad.
what about Cobra Kai?
Is that fucking new Mr. Miyagi Karate Kid fucking movie? But the old guy is fucking like white and creepy.
Well, it's the same guys from the Karate Kid, but they're grown up.
Oh, see, I don't remember people.
So basically, they took the message of the good versus bad. And like, obviously, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Karate Kid, you've had enough time where the good wins. I'm assuming the show is what happened to the bad guy, and then now he's coming back.
I mean, I'm sure it's good for like tweens, but I'll pass.
Oh, like you've got anything better to watch?
Yeah, probably not.
I seriously, okay.
There's nothing out.
It's no secret that I am a metalhead, and being a metalhead, I grew up watching Bill and Ted. And to my surprise, when Bill and Ted came out last week, I wanted to watch it, and I asked her, I'm like, oh, let's watch the new Bill and Ted. And you're like, I don't think I've ever seen the first one.
First I said, yeah, let's do that, because I thought you meant Jay and Silent Bob. That's what I was thinking of.
Get out.
And then when you showed it to me, I was like, I never seen these people. I hate Keanu Reeves.
How can somebody hate Keanu
He's
Reeves?
a terrible actor, and I don't like him. You're welcome.
He's so wholesome in real life, though.
Are you kidding? I mean, I don't know anything about him. I just don't like him in movies. I don't know jack shit about him as a person.
His life story is actually pretty inspiring.
Yeah, but I don't.
He came from nothing.
But his one job is being an actor, and I don't like him in movies because I think he's a crappy actor, so I don't really care.
We haven't seen John Wick in this house, but I could tell you right now, based on what I've heard, that what I've seen and heard about him preparing for that role, he's a good actor.
You haven't seen the movie though?
No. But like,
I don't know.
you like action films, and John Wick is all action, and he literally trained his ass off for like all those scenes.
Yeah, but I don't like him when he acts.
Plus,
I don't care if he's good physically.
Plus,
be a good actor.
Plus, they killed his dog. So the whole series is basically him getting vengeance.
No comment. To be honest, I don't even know what movies I've seen him in, but I didn't like any of them.
Matrix?
Never saw it. Fell asleep.
You saw it with me.
I fell asleep, if you remember correctly.
No, you didn't.
Yes?
Nope.
Maybe you didn't notice.
Well, it looks like we're watching The Matrix tonight.
No, like I watched most of it. It's just that you remember I didn't like it. We're in the fucking Matrix. I don't need to watch a movie about it. Fuck.
That's why I thought it was so important for you to watch, because not only is the storyline literally like using Joseph Campbell's The Hero's Journey like as a storytelling mechanism, but the actual subject matter of the movie pretty relevant, especially right now. Follow the White Rabbit.
I'd rather read past like ancient texts and like stuff than watch a movie about the Matrix. Like you can find it in history. You don't need to go to fake movies with Keanu Reeves.
But just like those scriptures, those ancient texts, it's not like literal. Like the Matrix is it's an allegory.
Yeah. It's all the same story, just written in different metaphors and allegories. I just don't like fucking Keanu Reeves. See, that's what it's all the same story across the board. All of these different interpretations of history, whatever. But you know why it's all the same story and all these different aspects of religion, movies, whatever? It's because not everybody will subscribe to the same thing. So like the Matrix doesn't work for me.
People, it's again like are the greatest tales and myths of mankind literally have a formula, and it's called The Hero's Journey.
You're right.
So like Star Wars, fucking The Matrix,
Star Wars,
Jesus Christ. I mean, everybody.
Jesus Cristo.
It's all the same storyline.
Yep, I agree with you. But that's why there's so many different ones.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't work for fucking everybody. Like I don't like The Matrix, but I like Star Wars, and whatever.
And it resonates.
Bible doesn't really work for me, but other things do.
Like all those different stories are designed to resonate with whoever's reading it.
Exactly.
That's
beautiful.
Literally what I did with Temet Nose.
Yes, you've been talking to me about that too, and even your older albums, like what actually went into the songs inspiration-wise, and it's really relevant to today, because I think we're at like a crux of honestly one of these stories.
Don't say I didn't warn you all.
What? Oh yeah. Yeah, you're writing from many years ago. Like it's interesting. And it's also interesting because you were writing it then like about different current events and stuff, and it totally applies today. Like history repeats itself, and it just keeps fucking doing the same thing until, maybe somebody throws a wrench in, or somebody throws something in that fucking makes it better, but eventually it all keeps repeating. I don't know. It's all the same story. Really.
We are doomed to repeat history if we do not learn from its... Forgot what it's called. Yeah.
Well, I think those of us that make the world better are privileged to repeat history in a better way instead of everything just getting worse and worse and worse.
How so?
Well, I think people shit all over.
But how is someone how would it be a privilege just because you've acknowledged that there is a deficit? Is that what you're saying?
No, I think that the knowledge of things being not right or out of balance or things getting worse is a gift to people who can use that knowledge to make things better. And then you're gifted the ability to continue to repeat history, but do it in a better way. You can fix things. We can move forward and fix things.
it's also privileged, but also a gift because one has to make themselves available to receiving said gift.
Yes, some people completely shut themselves off to knowledge, discussions of topics that might be difficult for them to talk about, things like that. And it doesn't really benefit anybody. It's like, what are you doing to serve the world, humanity, and yourself? Like nothing at that point.
It benefits the machine.
Exactly. It benefits the machine.
It's instilled in people, honestly, to continue to fucking shit all over the gift that has been given to us, which is our lives, our earth, environment, nowness.
Everything. What?
Nowness.
Yeah. It's like people literally are indoctrinated to just take advantage of it and just shit on it because honestly, we're oppressed as people and it's sad. And it needs to fucking change, but it won't change unless people actually care. No one cares.
And you're oppressed for shutting out Keanu Reeves.
I'll oppress Keanu fucking. Where is he right now? What's he doing? I don't want to know.
Probably just watching the world react to Bill and Ted.
I love how you think that you know what Keanu Reeves is doing right now.
We're friends.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I got sidetracked. Interview with the Vampire.
Wait, was he in that?
Yeah.
No, that was
Tom Cruise and Keanu Reeves.
No.
Yep.
Brad Pitt. You're wrong. There's no Keanu Reeves in that. It's Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise.
Sorry. I was thinking about Dracula.
I was right. Suck my
Dracula.
Dick. Suck my dick. I was right. Dracula. Oh my God. I'm never right about anybody's name or actors and anything. That was like my 1 point for the year that ever happened.
They're all the same.
Let me have it. Wait, what are you talking about?
Dracula. Bram Stoker's Dracula.
I'm sure I've seen that. I mean, there's several of those.
The like good one with Gary Oldman. The creepy one.
I like the book.
Do not see me.
There's so much like hidden in that book. Like it's really interesting. Have you ever read the book? It's on our bookshelf upstairs.
Which one?
Dracula. Bram Stoker. Dracula.
No.
Oh, you should read the book. Way better than any of the movies. I've seen the movies and read the book. The book is tremendous. The movies kind of suck. Should read it.
What about Dracula Untold?
It's like symbolism. Like it's not like you should read it.
It's a love story.
Yeah, but there's a lot of deeper like meanings and interesting things.
Twin flame.
Allegories in there. Like no, it's more than that. It's about like sort of a stigma. It's very, very good. The writing is good. The movies are shit. Dracula, what did you say?
What about the Dracula Untold movie?
Is that the one you made me watch where the broad hangs off the building and then it's a love story? So good.
Yeah, with Ricky.
That was good. That's like your jam, right?
It's a good movie, yeah. I didn't we watch it on my birthday or something like that?
I don't know. Or we watched it like on Valentine's Day or something weird.
Something like that. We I don't remember why I put that on, but I don't know. I love the storyline where it's like the man fucking, Vlad risks it all.
Vlad.
For his family, his country, and his love, and he loses it all anyways and becomes, spoiler alert.
Yeah, don't tell him.
He becomes something.
It's all the same story.
I know.
It's a leper.
A leper.
Well,
a monster.
That's what like the basis of Dracula is like people who are stigmatized as like lepers and what it's deeper than vampires or love or whatever. It's like about stigmas.
What's your favorite monster?
Whoa! Can I have some options? What?
The creature from the Black Lagoon.
I don't know anything about that. Keep going.
Frankenstein's monster. Wolfman. Dracula. Nancy Pelosi.
That one. She's the most evil thing I've ever seen in my entire life. That one. I've never seen a monster fictional
So monster.
that has such a demand. I've never seen a fictional CGI'd illustrated anything monster in a movie anywhere that looks as evil in the fucking eyes and mannerisms as Nancy fucking Pelosi. She cannot be on the television screen or my phone ever again. It's like looking at fucking...
Yeah, she's pretty creepy. Yeah, it's not even.
I can't even explain. There's no words.
It's not even a political stance. It's just literally she's fucking creepy, and her mannerisms are not human. I don't know. It's weird.
There's something very wrong with that woman.
So monster. But wait,
I
so
don't-
what's your favorite? So
That
obviously,
one. I just fucking told you. You gave it as an option.
she's your favorite.
Oh, I thought. I don't know what favorite. How do you have a favorite monster? Like
I
what?
don't know.
What are we judging this by? I don't know anything about monsters.
Not even as a kid.
No, we didn't
Oh.
do that.
Cool.
We only did like happy things. I never played video. Like I don't know any of this shit. I didn't even watch Star Wars till I was an adult.
You only watched the new ones, right?
Are you kidding me? I spent like multiple weekends with multiple boyfriends watching all of them because they're like, oh, we need to do this together.
What about Lord of the Rings?
Oh yeah, I love Lord of the Rings. I've done the whole weekend.
Have you ever
Yeah,
done that
that
with a
was-
boyfriend? Watch all of them?
Not all of them.
Well, looks like there's a first for everything.
Oh, I'll do that.
We're going to watch all of the Lord of the Rings.
It's only 3. I'm
Thought
not
there's
doing
more.
that fucking last one that they tacked on that fucking was prequel, whatever the fuck that
The
shit is.
Hobbit?
Yeah, no thank you.
No, thanks. Nah, I'm too
I
good.
love Samwise. What's it? Sean, who played that? Sean. He's the same guy that played Rudy.
He was the same guy that was in Stranger Things.
I like Rudy. When does Stranger Things come back?
I don't know, but from what I understand, this new season's going to be super Russian, so that's cool. Sure, this is a great time for that to come out.
Do you think they're perfecting the KGB wide Putin walk as we speak?
Maybe.
Oh my God, that's the song. It's so good.
Maybe. One thing I'm looking forward to, well, not really anymore. There's probably no new Saturday Night Lives coming out. It's been pretty shitty for quite some time.
We just have to make our own content.
Can you imagine what that would be like?
Scary, spooky. Well, you do now have a green screen, and I believe your first comment was that we can film porn in front of it in various locations to make us feel like we went somewhere. It's not a bad idea.
Well, it's not like we've never done things in
What?
foreign lands.
I mean, yeah, no. I just think the green screen is hilarious.
The green screen.
I would do it, but you know,
No,
foreign lands, yeah, whatever.
well, for those of you that are tuning in, if you caught the last episode, I put the green screen to work for once, and it's funny because while I'm drinking Topo Chico, the fucking bottle's green, so it's like see-through.
Really?
It's just like a floating bottle. But no, I'm trying out new things for the podcast, and I'm going to be doing more stuff on YouTube, some playthroughs, gear reviews, stuff like that. And not only for Serpents, but also for me in general, because it's not looking like we're going to be able to get to work anytime soon. So I figured, hey, why not use the World Wide Web? And
You just got it to film weird porn.
Yep.
Let's
I already
be
have
real.
I already have an OnlyFans set up.
Oh fuck!
It's just my Hobbit feet.
I was just gonna say, is it pictures of your feet in weird locations? I fucking knew it.
That would be an interesting lane for me, wouldn't it?
I mean, I've been trying to get you to get allow us to take advantage of OnlyFans weirdos for the longest time.
Did you see? It was like
not.
It was news for like a day. Like some actress, some like unknown actress. Do you remember? You probably don't remember that movie, The Babysitter, where like the babysitter and her friends are like Satanists, and like it's just like a gore film. Do you remember that? With the cheerleader.
Didn't we watch it together?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why wouldn't I remember that?
Yeah,
That was
so
like in
that-
the past year.
So that cheerleader actress started an OnlyFans, and she made $2 million in 48 hours. So then they had
What
to.
did she do?
I think it was just like tease pictures.
Yeah, I'm always curious, like what extent people have to go to, because I don't think it's very far for some of them.
But everybody's pissed off at her because all the people on OnlyFans that have been like full blown like triple penetration fucking
Oh shit!
stovepiping, they're not making $2 million.
Oh, they think they're working too hard.
Well, no, OnlyFans after she made 2 million put limits on like what people can make or something like that. So everybody's all pissed off. So I don't think I'm going to be getting into the OnlyFans game anytime soon.
I mean, I just wanted to sell like feet pics for like, extra $100 a week. Why not? I didn't want to do it. I wanted you to do it for us.
So sign up for our Patreon. No, I'm just kidding.
Maybe I'm the only girlfriend that's like, we could make a couple $100 off of OnlyFans. No big deal.
Dude, my mom.
Oh my God, yeah. I think we talked about that before, but your mom didn't know what it was.
Yeah, she's like, why don't you start an OnlyFans? And I'm like, Mom.
No, she literally texted you and was like, why aren't you making money off of this? And sent you the link.
Because I think she saw like one of the guys from Blue October or something was on it.
She loves them.
But like they were doing it like for music.
Yeah.
Like I think people do that for podcasts too, like OnlyFans. But it's like there's so much porn on there that it's just known to be a porn platform. So a lot of people, including like Joey Diaz, like they're doing Patreon now. Like I don't know did you know Joey's done with podcasting?
No.
Yeah, he moved to I think New York or New Jersey. He said he's done. So he's just doing.
Why?
Everybody's leaving California, so
no. But like, why can't you podcast from anywhere?
He's just over it. He's writing a book or something like that.
Oh, yeah. I don't know why he'd move to New York right now, but okay.
I think it was New Jersey because that's where he's from.
Oh, New Jersey better than New York.
He wants to like show his family like how to really grow up.
That's good. I like that. I think that's smart.
But
the future is bright.
We live in what the news likes to call a flyover state. So
hey, we're landlocked and safe right now. Fuck the hurricanes. Fuck the fires. I am happy to be in Illinois right now.
Are you though?
Yeah. I don't want to be anywhere near the coast right now with all this weather and the fire stuff. I love where we are right now.
We just have each other to be our demise, I guess.
There will be no demise.
Your demise in the key of C sharp. Yeah, I don't know. It's Chicago's, I mean, even a couple of years ago, like a lot of my friends in like the music world, they were calling Chicago like the second LA, which is weird.
Why?
Just like a lot of the industry is starting to come up and pop up over here, and like, oh, there's a lot of bands and there's a rich scene here. At least there was before all this COVID shit happened. But it'll be interesting to see what happens, especially like since all of these podcasters or comedians are like publicly leaving Los Angeles. It's like, okay, what are the band guys in like LA, like the actual like jobber, playing guitar for, said country singer or whoever, like, like real jobbers, like what the fuck are they going to do right now? I don't know.
It's a transitional period. People will adapt. It shall be fine.
You think they're all going to come here?
I don't know, but regardless, there's still going to be people left there, so there still will
Obviously.
be things. Yeah, people will adapt. Things are going to be different, but yeah, I think it's going to be fine. People will figure it out. It's good that life got shaken up a little bit to an extent, honestly. I mean, people were stuck in weird ruts and things were getting to a level that was out of control and certain like bad things and people taking advantage of things in certain areas. And I think all this is kind of good.
I feel like life before COVID, and not applicable to us, but I'm saying like my professional life or just life, observing life for like outside, just felt like everything was a feedback loop.
It was just like bumbling along. Like
it's like a quiet, static hum.
Mm-hmm.
And all this shit is happening right now. Like, for good reason, yes. But also I feel like, and you and I, we've researched this a little bit, like the actual energies and polarities on the planet are shifting and changing. Yep. And every person is basically a conduit for whatever energy they're putting out, and it's just magnifying and multiplying. And I just feel like everybody has been shaken up, but also at the same time, they are putting out whatever energy that they're feeling right now.
Yeah.
And
I agree. And I think it's changing things and maybe putting pressure on some of those people that aren't adapting or changing.
I just feel like, I don't know, you just got to put out a little bit more positivity. Like,
I completely agree, monsieur.
Well, like I said this with
you already know.
I said this with the podcast with Al. It's like, you know, the fact that I'm doing these vlogs, the fact that I'm doing these podcasts, the fact that I'm like trying to play shows or even just continuing to write is just like me actively putting out positive energies in the air, like including this podcast. Like it's like I even told Al in the last episode, like every podcast that starts to, I guess, talk about, you know, basically tell me how I should think, I just turn it off. And for anybody who misunderstood me on the last podcast where I say, you know, as soon as someone tells me their stance, I turn it off. Like, I'm not saying like I don't want to hear anybody's opinion, but if you're telling me how I should think,
right,
I'm done with you. And I do give these people other chances, and I tune in like, maybe this guest is going to be a little bit more lighthearted. It's just like the same thing over and over. And I'm like, why?
It's also not like you know, actively then go and speak out against them and like try to like make them feel bad or shame them or give them bad reviews or whatever. Like you can take what they're saying and you just know like that's not for me. But the problem is that a lot of people come at people today with you need to, or you must do, or whatever. And like no one lets people actually formulate their own thoughts, find their own knowledge, and do stuff like that. So like, yeah, you can have a conversation about differing opinions and discourse, but like no one person should be saying, you need to think this, you need to feel this. It should be like, this is what I feel. Here's some information. If you want to look into it yourself, fucking do it. Otherwise, you know, we can talk about it. It's fun to debate and have conversation and whatever without getting fucking your feelings hurt or, you know, getting frustrated because maybe you don't have the knowledge and you're unable to debate a subject, in which case people lash out, which is also not good. Just like, I have no problem saying to people, I did this to Jake when he was here. What the fuck were we talking about? Charles Manson stuff. And I like literally told him, because I've never really learned about that. I was like, he was throwing all this shit at me. And I was like, honestly, like, dude, I am not afraid to tell you, I don't know anything about this really, you know, deeper than just the facts, you know, that we're fed. I was like, I would love to look into that, but I can't debate it with you because I honestly don't know. I always admit when I don't know shit.
Except for...
Was that a rant? Sorry.
Except for you need to bend the knee when it comes to Keanu Reeves. The tribe has spoken.
I'll watch this shit, but I don't like him. And I'm entitled to that opinion. I just think people get irritated too easily with each other, and it doesn't foster growth. It fosters like people to shut down or people to act angry, and it's really sad.
Yeah. And me turning off whatever episode or whatever video isn't me being like, I don't want to hear it. But it's like when someone's literally telling me, you're stupid for not doing that. I'm like, all right.
Yeah, that's not appropriate.
I'm good. Because you have already set up the foundation for no discourse because I'm stupid.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's one person trying to control another person who has all of the same capabilities and brain and parts as the other person. And, you know,
we are all divine.
They can research it themselves. I just hate to see people that get frustrated when they're trying to talk about a topic because it's clear that they don't actually know about it. And you lash out when instead, you know, fucking keep a list in your phone or a piece of paper like, hey, I'm going to look into this. And you could spend an hour on a fucking Saturday researching a topic and you can learn something instead of fighting with somebody for that hour. It's fucking pointless.
Can you imagine what the world would be like if everyone took that to heart?
It would be a lot different. Like literally you're wasting the same amount of time fighting with somebody. Put a note down, this topic I need to look more into because I don't really know, and then you fucking do it.
It's like when I was living in Grand Rapids, like Grand Rapids is notoriously a more liberal city. And when I was living there, like a lot of the cities I've come to love are super liberal, mainly because of like, I love them because of like the vibe, the community that they at least had. And you know, moving to Grand Rapids, like I'm not saying I'm not liberal, I'm not saying I'm whatever, like I'm just me. And just normal day-to-day conversations, people would get upset and like start accusing me of things, and I'm just like, whoa, like I thought we were supposed to be pretty chill here. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it depends. It depends where you go in a town, where you're hanging out, whatever. But
I love Grand Rapids.
I mean, I think
but I just felt like a lot of people were like, oh, you don't think this way? You're fucking done. I'm like, what the fuck?
I don't subscribe to people who shut people down. It's really bad. I mean, it's cancel culture. It's gross. It shouldn't exist.
CC.
All that stuff just makes people like think that they are like not worthy or not human or not equal to other people. Cancel culture is literally like, honestly, it's like fucking racism. I mean, like it's literally telling one person you are not as good as these people because you misspoke one word or whatever. Like it's fucked up. It's all about division and control, and it's very sad.
It's obviously applicable to some instances. Like if you're a serial rapist, I don't think you should be.
Oh my God, no! I'm talking about like
no, but
people
this
get
is
canceled for anything right now.
But this is the mentality. Like people will pull out from a statement like that, and then they would say, "Oh, you publicly state that everything is okay under this, so you believe this and this and this," and it's like, no, there's nuance.
Yeah,
there's
how about
context.
Understand the concept of free thought. Oh my God.
That is
mind blowing.
That is true freedom in its very essence.
It is, because your brain is for you to do with what you want.
My beloved.
No one knows what's happening in your own brain. This is like the beauty of people.
Well, everyone has their own reality.
I know.
Like literally, like everybody has their own reality. And I think about this often. Like I think I even talked about it on the podcast where, I'll be at the airport and I'll be thinking about this couple, they're kissing each other goodbye. And then I think about like, where's she going, and like where is her life about to lead to, or how do they come to this point, and what's his story, and where is he gonna go to, what is he gonna do when he gets home, or shit like that. And it's like through observing people all of my life, I've already come to know that everyone has their own reality, and I shouldn't blame anybody for thinking the way they do, but I would also like to enlighten them about mine, because that's what we are. We are a society of stories, ideas. We, at least back a few years ago, it was more acceptable to, I don't know, speak about your reality. Let me tell you mine, and then
have a conversation.
Yes. And
nobody's jumping down anyone's throat.
It's also respect. So if you're looking at someone as, wow, they have their own reality, I'm really interested in hearing their perspective. It's respect honestly to the purpose of their divinity, like respecting them as their own ruler in their own mind of their own world. And, hopefully it's reciprocated, and you get the same respect as if you are a ruler in your own mind of your own world. And I feel like now, and I even tweeted about this by the time you're hearing this, 2 weeks ago, where I said, we are a society of mirrors. And if the reflection in the mirror that is repeated over and over and over again and slowly starts to distort the further along it goes, the initial thing in the initial reflection, if it's not good, then the problem is the reflection itself.
That's true. And, people act as mirrors, and they will give back to you what you are giving out. And if everyone is giving out this negative, jump down your throat, your thoughts aren't as good as my thoughts, the mirror that you're going to get back is going to be horrible. And then that spreads throughout society. And that's where we are right now.
And especially with the energies and polarities changing.
Absolutely. It's not all right at all. I mean, do people want to live in a society, in a world on this globe where you are told that your thoughts aren't good enough, or your personal thoughts are, differing from someone else's, so you're automatically wrong and stupid? Do you not want to be able to have your own thoughts? Like, do you literally want to live in fucking communist China? You get fucking punished for having your own thoughts? That's not where we live, and that's what's happening right now. And people telling people, well, you are this because you are, this sex or this color or whatever. No. Everyone has their own fucking thoughts. That's not how life works.
And identities.
Yes, everyone, every single individual, black, white, anything in between, male, female, fucking dogs, everybody has their own fucking thoughts.
And we talked about this the other night, and, we kind of differ from this subject, but, me being a Middle Eastern guy, I could easily state to everyone that I meet that, hello, I am different and you are different.
Right.
And now that is known, and you believe that that's not necessary, right?
No, I don't think it is. We are all equal. The fact people actually bringing up race in that way, and I mean, this comes down from our government. This is just people are, repeating what they're being fed by government and leaders and things. And I mean, even entertainment people. Yes. Yeah. If you start to take this opinion that, okay, I am
different,
not able to do this because I am this, identify male, female, black, white, all those things. That is actually what creates the problem. For example, I don't believe, honestly, I will say this, I don't care. I don't believe in sexism. I don't believe in feminism at all. I think that when women go out and say, oh, well, I'm a woman, so I'm not getting the same opportunities as men. I think that's bullshit and that's creating sexism. And if you go out there and you believe that, then yeah, you will not have those opportunities. But if you go out into the world and say, I am a human being, I have every single capability as a man, as anyone else, then you will do that. I was not raised like that. I have never thought, and this had just come up recently in the last several years, like sexism really bad. I've never thought in my whole life that I did not have the same fucking opportunities as a man ever. And I won't do that because you know what? If I accept that, what that is, that's sexism.
Well,
that's how it gets created. By the people that are fucking talking about it and claiming they're oppressed. They're not. They're just weak people.
And to clarify,
fuck.
And
Sorry,
to clarify, since we were just talking about not telling people what to believe, you're not telling them to not believe in it. You're telling them to right the wrong by
believing in themselves.
Yes.
As individuals. We are individual people. It doesn't matter what sex we are. It doesn't matter what race we are. We are all just a fucking human. We all have the same brains. We all have the same body parts for the most part. We can all do the same fucking things. And if you get hung up on, I'm a woman, so I don't have the same opportunities as a man, then you won't. And sexism will exist. But if you take that out of your brain and think of everybody as just an individual, sexism, racism will not exist.
Well, it's
pointless.
It's sort of like what I dealt with firsthand, when I was in bands with, people of color or females, and they noticed that they were being treated differently. And a lot of people, would come up to them or be like, you're a killer singer for a chick, or, you are a killer guitarist for, whatever. And it's
let it roll.
Just identifying the difference.
Yes.
Is like it's an uphill battle already, because then you're like,
but see how that was actually like a compliment, say,
it is,
but that gets spun in a way. And I understand that because it shouldn't be said, but it's like take the compliment and move forward, because the more times we do things like that, the less sexism and racism exists.
The more times we
take the compliment and fucking leave the other stuff there, eventually that will stop happening.
Well, the same thing goes for the opposite. Take the hits.
Yeah.
The disdain, I guess.
Take them and move forward. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Like, I mean, I'm sure, like, maybe I haven't gotten opportunities as other men. I don't know. But you know what? I don't care. I'm doing me for me. And I'm not going to complain that I'm not getting something because of something that is part of me. Well, I mean, literally, if you're a woman complaining about sexism, you're literally complaining about your own fucking self being a woman. Embrace it. Love your fucking self as a woman. You're powerful as shit, and fucking go out there and do whatever you want.
Well, the same thing goes for anything, not just women.
No, I'm just using women as an example because honestly, that's the only thing that I feel like I can actually like speak personally about, obviously, because I am a white woman.
Well, you even have women who are in higher rankings than you in your profession.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sitting there, I guess not giving you the nod when, you're dealing with an asshole like man or
because
whatever.
We're all we see each other all as equal and tough.
But you don't like it when they identify it, right?
No, I think it's weird.
Yeah.
And it's only because recently all these people have had to have like these sexism classes and stuff. And it's like, then it gets more acknowledged and it's weird. I want to be seen the fucking same.
It manifests the idea.
Yes.
So thus it puts it into existence.
It's sort of like babying people, honestly. It's like, really, it doesn't need to be said because I'm a strong person and I've never had an issue with this. Even if I have been oppressed or discriminated against in some way, I don't give a shit.
Well, even based on some of the conversations we've had with you describing some of the instances at your work, like I can tell you straight up that people are, disrespecting you or trying to oppress you, and you don't really stand for it.
No, I don't, because if I let that get me down and say, oh, well, they're being discriminated against me, then what do I get out of it? Nothing.
Yeah.
That's what people have to realize. What do you get about bitching about this shit? Nothing. And if you just move forward and say, I am this individual, and I can do whatever you're doing, and that's the mentality you have, and you have a positive mindset instead of a negative victim mindset, you will accomplish a whole lot more in your fucking life.
You have to take ownership of the divinity.
You do.
Of yourself.
You're everything in one person is so powerful. And
to put yourself as an idea. So a perfect example, a lot of people, at least probably still today, whatever, they've known me to be like a overweight guitarist, like a fat guitarist or whatever, or a bigger singer or a Middle Easterner. And it's just like, if I prescribe to these ideas and call myself these things, I am lowering myself from a divine being into a man-made object. I guess I am a fat guitar player. No, actually, like, that's okay that you think that, great, but I don't need to hear it because it's beneath me, and that's beneath all of you. Yep. It's like a lot of what's happening in the world is what it is what it is. And
oh my God.
And that's,
take it back.
It is what it is. And at this point, I feel like a lot of people should just, take responsibility and be like I said, I'm a Middle Easterner guy. If I, talk to a white guy, if they want to say, hey, you're a Middle Easterner, and I'll be like, yep, and you're a white guy, and I'm totally cool with that. Let's
it's your
move
culture.
Forward.
It's your heritage. Yeah. Fucking own it, love it,
but you don't make it your identity.
Yeah. Like, stereotypes exist, but if you feed into them and keep perpetuating them, that's how they get worse.
Yes.
If you
breathe life into
the machine.
Yes.
To divide us all.
Matrix.
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves.
Fucking full circle, motherfucker. God damn.
I don't know. It's just, even the same goes for the band, like Serpents. A lot of people want to say, you're deathcore. It's like, no, we're not. It's something more divine than a genre. It's actually a spiritual exercise manifested from my brain to my fingers to all of you. And I fucking hate that it's like, oh, you're this band or you're that band. It's actually, this is an exercise in power. And, I put it out there and in the air. That's my manifestation. And to sit there and nitpick and go, oh, you're this and that and this. And it's like, you're killing it.
Yeah, that's like, music genres are honestly a similar thing to that. Like it's putting you in a lane, and then what it does is it prevents people in other lanes from being exposed to you, which propagates these different
cultures,
groups of people and sects that don't get along and clash. It's literally division at another micro level. There's so many of them.
Here's a better word for you. Tribalism.
Yeah, for sure.
We our nature, as we've fallen in line with more ecstatic individuals or leaders, so to speak, we as a tribe wave a certain banner, a certain flag, a certain idea. And from the ancient times all the way till now, we still subscribe to the tribe, and thus we crave identification. What do you identify as? What genre are you? What subgenre are you?
I don't like it.
It's the human need for identifying what is unknown.
Yes, but there's
some
so
things,
many
yes,
now. It's sick.
It's so many because we have we have put the microscope to the microscope to the microscope.
Right.
And it's just like, all right, what have we gained from this? Oh, wait, there's a billion, different schools of thought. There's a billion different genres. There's a billion different identities. It's like,
that's also why it makes it hard for people to research what they actually like or subscribe to, because there's so much. Everything is clouded. Even
within the group, you'll find people that are opposing.
Yeah.
So you still, even though you identify in a group, you're like, yeah. And then you're like, well, are you this side of the group or that side of the group? And then you're like, I guess
this is
that
literally
side.
Why I have no friends.
I mean, honestly, like, it needs to be said. And it's, again, I don't know how many times I have to say this. Like, listen to these words, not in a political sense.
Just a human sense.
A human sense. Listen to these words as, I guess, chicken soup for the soul.
Oh my God, remember those books?
Yes. And, it's...
Zoom out. This goes back to, we talked about this several podcasts ago. Zoom out. See humans as humans, not metal fans, fucking, LGBTQ, fucking people who like dogs, people who don't. Like,
yeah.
Zoom out. And it goes way deeper than those things. Those were like broad as fuck. Like, people are so judgmental to other people who have differing opinions. How are we expected to coexist ever? It won't happen unless we zoom out and love each other and don't see these divisions and lines. Like, I can't handle it.
Perfect example. You don't like Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
I like Keanu Reeves.
You like him. Who gives a shit?
But we both like arts and entertainment.
Even if I don't even care. I love you. You're my favorite human. I don't give a shit what you like or you don't like.
I'm giving an example.
Whether we even have anything in common.
We've grown within an hour of this podcast. we started combating about Keanu Reeves, and now we both have come to the conclusion that we both enjoy arts and entertainment.
Yeah.
Look, right there in real time. We fixed a problem in the world.
It'd be nice if Keanu Reeves was the only problem in the world, wouldn't it?
I wouldn't see it as a problem.
He'd just have to like sacrifice himself and go live in a cave.
I'd see it as a solution.
Yeah, I don't know. I get worked up, I do, about stuff like this because it's really so simple and it's so convoluted with so much information and disinformation that it's hard for people to grasp.
But you take in both of them.
Oh my God, yeah. Well, also, like I was saying, write down something you want to learn more about or research when you're having a conversation. You're frustrated because you don't know anything. Instead of lash out, write it down. When you go to research that thing, fucking read both sides of information on what you're researching so that you can actually learn. You cannot fully understand a subject until you have fully researched both sides of both arguments, all the information. That's what you have to do. And then you have to make your own opinion.
I'll one-up you.
One-up me. Go.
Read both sides and also the third side.
Oh,
so
yeah.
It's a triangle.
Absolutely.
It's a triangle.
Isn't your opinion the third side, actually? That's what makes a triangle?
Not if you're already walking into the situation with an opinion.
Oh.
A lot of people...
See, I never do.
A lot of people already have an opinion and they're like, well, I'll do the justice of researching, sure. And then they look into it with they want justification for their opinion.
Yeah, I don't like researching like that. I think it's counterproductive. I think you have to go in with, like, if you have a subject that you like really want to learn about, you can't do that. You have to go in with like a totally fucking open mind.
Even perfect example, like as an occultist, as a, whatever, Luciferian, as a whatever, like
identify.
Exactly. So I have in recent events or developments, I've been looking into things without walking in with that perspective and trying to, well, not only inspire myself for the next record, but also, oh, they're playing us off again. I need to stop doing that. But, I'm trying to walk into relearning about certain things without that, occultist bias or Luciferian bias
I think that's smart.
And honestly, like, it's exposed me to a lot of really profound things. And
well, who's to say you can't subscribe to different beliefs
exactly.
and take messages and learning and knowledge from all different places without having to subscribe to one thing that this is my thing, and guarantee you that will change 5-10 years down the line. There's no use in it.
That is the essence of serpents. Yeah. Like, literally, I was so fed up with people telling me you're a Satanist or you are Thelemic or you are this, where I was like, I dig reading excerpts of the Bible. I dig reading the book of the law. I dig reading this. I dig reading that. And I pick and choose what resonates with me. And I make a cocktail and distill it into serpents.
Yeah.
I'm transmutating these ideas.
It's knowledge.
And making it into something solid. This is my philosopher's gold. Serpents is the philosopher's gold for me.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. And
I think I think there's a misconception around the word knowledge, actually, now that you're bringing this up. Like you just said, opinion or ideas. There's a misconception around the word knowledge in that people think that having knowledge or looking for knowledge means that there is a right or a wrong answer. There's not. There's hardly fucking ever a right and a wrong answer. And knowledge isn't the culmination of that to get you to the right answer. Knowledge is fucking just all of it combined so that you can make your own opinion. If you want. And if you don't want to, at least you have all the knowledge.
I'm pretty sure knowledge in some word translates to death. I don't remember if it's gematria or something.
I don't know.
But
well, it's your perception of it is the problem. That's what's wrong with people. Like, oh, you don't know this. Knowing doesn't mean being right. Knowing means just fucking knowing things about it.
That's why it's best to know thyself.
Oh God.
Temet no say. No, I'm just kidding.
That was a real full circle. I'm getting hungry.
I'm getting hungry too.
You're welcome.
I don't know. We're probably going to watch Keanu Reeves movies all night. But I don't know. I guess I don't know. I feel like this episode I ate my own words from the beginning, but it needed to be said. I feel like a lot of people are looking for another side. Well, 'cause like I said, there's two sides, but you've all forgotten about the third side, which is, that it is bigger than us, you and me. It's bigger than he or she. It's bigger than, I don't know.
Poo or pee.
Pee, poop. I don't know.
I always turn everything.
I don't know, man.
No, it's an interesting topic, and like it's just something that a lot of people don't talk about often, and I think it's good.
It's good.
I mean, I get ranty, so
yeah.
But my intentions are really good, so I'm not like trying to fucking
hate
on anybody.
The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
Yes. Well, no. Stop fucking turning my shit around to fucking negative. It's positive. People aren't talking about it. People are so confused right now, and like, it's just, I don't know. It's a good thoughts, good vibes, good message coming from me.
Well, even last week when I was going through I was like a real abrupt.
You had a severe funk. I would call
it
it.
happened out of nowhere, and
It happened.
all of my every single thought I had was amplifying after the next, but the core of it was negative, and you had to essentially pull me out.
Yeah.
Like, obviously you helped, but in the end,
You
I
have
had
to do it yourself.
Yeah, I had to pull myself out and be like, fuck this shit. Fuck this negative bullshit. I'm letting everybody dictate how I should think, how I should feel. I'm not going to fucking, like my mom said when I was a kid, be a leader, not a follower. And I feel like the system that is
Creates
designed,
followers.
yeah, the system that's designed for us, especially those who are in the arts and entertainment realm, it's you have to be a follower, otherwise, I don't know, like there is no leader, I guess.
So it's a wild world.
Yeah, so I basically was like, fuck this shit. I don't care if they don't, appreciate this or that. I was basically like, why did I start doing this? Why did I start doing that?
You zoomed out.
I zoomed out and I realized that, dude, you love this stuff.
Exactly.
This is what you do. This is what you've been doing because you loved it. You have a passion for it. And I forgot that because of all the noise in my head and in the world and in the air. And I was just like, fuck this, man. Just fucking do it. And then you'll feel good because you're putting out positive energy, I guess.
Exactly. And you got to do one thing at a time, and you can do it. And if you let all the outside voices and factors get to you, you won't be able to do anything. You'll become paralyzed with fear and negativity, and you won't be able to do anything.
The frozen chosen.
Jesus. I'm proud of you for doing that, by the way. I mean, I literally gave you severe truth pep talk for an hour that day, and I don't even think you said anything back, and then you went away for a couple hours to think and do stuff, and you could tell your whole vibe changed the next time I saw you after that. So it's all about the inner work. Okay.
Well, honestly, this is what I'm talking about. The world we're in today kind of breaks you. So you are I might be known as an occultist or whatever, but I have to break my back to fit into the square when I am a circle. You know what I mean?
Circle. Yeah.
I had to cut that off and I gotta get this. I gotta do this way, and
but then you can't actually be creative,
or you can't be yourself.
Exactly. That's what they. Yeah.
You can't be yourself. You're not allowed to be yourself.
Yeah.
And then even looking into some of the more lighter, esoteric truths or whatever you want to call them. I just realized that. Not realized, but I remembered that, I am a divine being, and I choose to live above it. And obviously,
well, that's the thing. You
obviously,
literally everybody has the choice.
Stress and depression and all that stuff, it will always be there, and it'll always be along for the ride. But you have to harness it and put it in your backpack. That's something that's going to be there, and take it along. Take it with you on your journey. You know what I mean?
Don't make it your focus. That's, I think, it's always going to be there. You just have to acknowledge that. And if you don't let that get to you and don't focus on that,
it can weigh you down.
Yes. It can weigh you down to the point, literally where I said you're paralyzed from doing anything.
Yeah.
It's terrible. It's a disease.
Yes. Well, it can weigh you down if you say, oh my God, this weighs a ton.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'm going to climb this mountain because this backpack is so heavy. But if you sit there and go, Yeah, it's, it's there, but it's not unmanageable.
This is a very good explanation of how I tell you not to fear things, because then you can move forward. That stress is propagated by fear. So like you're saying, I can't do it. This is heavy, whatever. If you acknowledge that it's there and like you don't go like, oh, no fear, I can do fucking anything, because then people are going to get hurt. You just have to acknowledge that it's there, but you can't let it control you.
Well, we are designed to fear the unknown.
Yeah.
But the thing is,
Well, kind of.
we are in our nature. We are designed to fear what we don't know, the future. But forgot where I was even going with that. But if you look at it as an adventure, if you think the unknown is merely each moment as it passes.
Exactly.
And if you look at your now and you're like, oh, that I'm living. Oh, there it goes again. Oh, I'm in the future. Oh, I'm in the present. You realize it's not that bad.
And then you're free of so many worries.
You're free of the fear of the unknown, because it is what you make it. Like, we're probably going to order food, and
I thought I was going to get food.
Yeah, whatever. But that's the secret, is that we've already set the intention to go get food.
Mm-hmm.
I could sit here and worry, like, is the bomb going to drop in 30 minutes? Or I could be like, I've already set the intention, and we're going to subconsciously position ourselves to manifest, okay, food in 30 minutes. And the same goes for the negativity. Like you were saying, and I know I'm ranting and we'll wrap this up soon. Like you were saying that, I'm basically looking at the future and I'm saying, this is going to happen, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. And I had to dive back into like those same occult, esoteric, whatever verses I've read. And it's just like, literally, you saying those things, you are putting yourself in a cannonball and strapping in and then shooting yourself towards that reality.
Yeah.
So if you say, like today, I was like, I'm going to make sure I'm going to take a walk. I'm going to fucking get some podcasts in. I'm going to do some writing. And I manifested today as it was meant to be.
And if you wake up with I already woke up late, I already am behind, that negativity from the get-go will eat your entire day.
Literally all day today, I was looking at the clock, and as soon as I started to panic, I was like, what am I doing now?
Thank you. Oh my God.
Literally, I was like, because I was worried about, us eating too late or doing the podcast too late. And I was like, okay, what am I doing now that's slowing my plan down?
Worrying about the future that you don't need to worry about yet.
Exactly.
It's literally I've told you this since we met. You literally, like, you will predict things that will happen later in the day, the week, whatever, with a negative energy. And like, I've seen it slow you. And when you don't do that, you are so much more productive and successful. And it's just that. You worry about things you don't need to fucking focus on. Focus on now, here, now, in your present. And the rest, even if you don't have a plan or if you've manifested an idea or whatever, you'll figure it out when you get there, because people are fucking amazing creatures and we can do anything. Literally, you have to trust in yourself.
Yeah, which I've lost in the recent years because I was wrapped up in, promoting the album. I was wrapped up in what's next. When's the next album? When's your next tour dates? When is this? Like,
I think it happens gradually too, like, because life is so fast paced right now and there's so much coming in, we're flooded with content and stuff. And we don't realize how bad it's getting that we, aren't living in the present and we're worrying and we have fear. And it's so counterproductive to humans.
It's like when people start Friday and they're like, ugh, it's almost Monday.
Yeah, it's so negative. If
like-
you approach life not so negative, you will be a much more productive, happy fucking person. I couldn't recommend it more to anyone. And you'll have times where, the fear and worry will seep back in, but you take some deep breaths, trust in yourself, and move forward, not backward. Don't worry about things you fucked up. Move forward.
Perfect example to literally of what we've been talking about for the past 30 minutes is that small analogy I just made where people on Friday would be like, oh, it's almost Monday. It's and this is something I've practiced for years. It's when I was really confused by a lot of my peers that are living for the weekend, party, and then super depressed that it's Monday. It's back then I used to sit there and I tell them you're giving this power to something that we've created where literally it's just another day. If you believe in time, I don't, but if you believe in time, then you believe in the man-made calendar, you believe in the man-made work week, and then you believe in the fact that Monday is the day you're supposed to be sad because your fun is over.
Yeah, you're already setting yourself up for failure and sadness for no good reason.
Exactly. So if you zoom out and you look at it as it's just another day, granted, I might have gone hard on the weekend or whatever, but what is the weekend? Zoom out.
It's another day.
It's another fucking day. You can still have fun any day of the week. And I learned that through touring. Every day, I would talk to people and friends from all over the country, all over the world, and I would tell them, hey, I'm coming to your town. Let's fucking meet up. Let's party. Let's get weird. And people would be like, oh, it's a Tuesday. And I'm like, so what? What's a Tuesday? Have fun now. And I would literally tell them, I don't know if I'm ever going to come back. We could get into an accident real soon, on the way to the next city or whatever. It's you have to enjoy now. And I guess that's why I'm a self-identified hedonist, I guess. I don't know. But we're hungry, so I think it's a good place to stop. What do you think?
Yep. I think I have I've used my allotment of words for the day.
Great. This is my second podcast of the day.
Oh shit.
But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It's always fun getting to just, I don't know, riff and not talk about, not sticking to a script, so to speak. So I hope you guys enjoyed us just kind of riffing here. But if you guys enjoyed this episode or any of the episodes before it, please subscribe to the podcast. If you can, rate the podcast or comment wherever applicable. Literally every bit helps. We do this with literally no support from the establishment as of right now. So literally all we need is your help and your support. And if you want to join in on the fun, if you want to get angry, you want to yell at me, or if you want to suggest any future guests, or if you want to suggest any future topics, make sure to join
Nothing I ever talked about. Sorry.
Make sure to join our Facebook group at facebook.com/group/the 6M podcast. That's THESIXM podcast, at least while we still have Facebook. And as always, if you guys can show my band, Serpents US, some love, all we're asking for you guys to do right now, if you haven't already, is head to our YouTube and head to our Spotify and give us a follow on both. You can find our YouTube at youtube.com/user/weareserpents. And you can find us on Spotify at Serpents US. Feel free to, throw us on one of your favorite playlists, something you listen to, while you're going to work or working out or whatever. Literally every bit helps, whether I'm talking about the podcast, whether I'm talking about YouTube, whether I'm talking about Spotify. I'm not really asking you guys to pick up anything right now. So a simple click or 3 clicks would mean literally the world to me. So until next time, thank you for joining us and thank you for listening, and hope to see you next time.